So, do I work on multiple projects at once? Um, I always tell me I'm never going to fall into that trap because, like Henry Miller said, you need to start a project and finish a project before you can go on to the next one. Um, and there's a lot of truth to that because it can be very confusing working on multiple projects. Not only that, it can be very frustrating. But I always end up working on multiple projects because I'm just that prolific. I think, for instance, last week I wrote almost a 20,000 word novelette that's needs to be gone over again by myself and then sent on to my editor. I wrote a short story the week before that. That's with her. She's already got, I think, 2 or 3 projects that she's sending back my way. I have, I've got, here's a new Jack Marconi thriller, The Damned. This I got to go over. Here's a brand new Moonlight, full Dick Moonlight, Moonlight Kills. This one was sold to Down and Out, but I got to finish. I got to go over it still. Here's another one. It's I think my fifth. Is it my fifth? My fifth Steve Jobs novel. Steve Jobs PI thriller, The Plumber. Catchy title. This I got to go over. Plus my agent, I think, has 4 books of mine, I think. One of which he sold last week. And one I think is currently making the rounds, and I think another one is sold. But that's like the stage I'm at. I'm not even sure. And right now I've challenged myself to doing 10 novelettes and or short stories per week for 10 weeks. And I think I've completed 4 of those. So I just started my 5th one. It's another Dick Moonlight PI short called Moonlight Hitchhiker. I'm already like 1,200 words into that. So, plus, mind you, I freelance too for some other people and publications or whatever. But and this is still part-time work. But do I work on at base, I try to start a project and finish a project, at least the first draft, before I begin something else. So if I'm backlogged with edits, that's different from like, okay, well, I'm going to write a book right now and a short story on the, then switch to a short story on the side an hour later or something like that. I don't do that stuff. I try in the Henry Miller vein, I do try to stick to one project at a time. Like it's just a matter of when of getting around to editing it. It seems like I always have a book coming out. I will say this. I'm a hybrid author. It means I have my own publishing company, Bear Media, and we put out a lot of material. I have a team of editors and artists, and we put out very quality books, and we put them out rapidly. And this does not go down that well with the traditional publishers I work with. As much as I love them, and as much as they probably like me and love my writing, it tends to make them feel like, well, you can't, we're competing with your own books, but I think that's like a short-term way of thinking. I'm looking at the long term. I'm looking at like 10 years out, and I know 10 years out, I want to have 150 to 200 products of my own that I own the copyright for, that I own the intellectual property for, making me money and my family money, day in and day out, night in and night out. It's not really passive income because you're gonna have to always update, like, always tweak the product descriptions. You have to tweak the covers, all that sort of stuff or whatever. I imagine within that 10-year period, I'll get some of my rights back from some of the other publishers or whatever. For now, I'm not too worried about that because, to be honest, with all the stuff I have that has to be published, I got enough on my plate, you know. So, so do I work on multiple projects at once? I do, but but not in the writing stage, only in the editing stage. I hope that made some sense for you.